review for the movie Ginger Snaps, year 2000. A movie I've heard about for a while. It has a cult following. There's 2 sequels, but I think the third one's a prequel. It's like 100 years before or something, but... So the synopsis is 2 death-obsessed sisters, outcast in their suburban neighborhood, must deal with the tragic consequences when one of them is bitten by a deadly werewolf. So it's basically a werewolf movie. But it's also like a teen angst movie. It's also... So it's, kind of a horror movie. Yeah, pretty much a horror movie, a teen angst movie. These 2 sisters, yeah, they're outcasts. You'd probably say they're like goth girls. They don't really like their school, their parents, they don't really get along with them. And then one night when they're outside, they encounter a werewolf, and Katharine Isabelle is bitten by one, and then the werewolf soon, and then her sister Emily Perkins attacks it, and then the werewolf runs away, and then it's hit by a car. Pretty gruesome scene, explodes. And guts go everywhere. It hits this guy's car, who later becomes more important in the movie. So his van. I enjoyed the movie. It's kind of watching it because I know that the guys at Dead Pit Radio, shout out to them, are big fans of the movie. So I figured I'd check it out. I thought it was I thought it was an entertaining movie. I didn't think it was amazing or anything. I mean, maybe if I saw it back then, I would have different thoughts about it. But it's an enjoyable movie. It's a low budget movie. It's pretty. You could tell they didn't have that much of a budget. But yeah, it's an enjoyable movie. I haven't seen anything else the director has done. He did a bunch of Orphan Black episodes. He did a movie called The Dark. I think he did an episode of Spartacus. A movie called Last Exit. He did some Xena Warrior Princess episodes. So these girls go around and they basically are filming themselves dying. They're obsessed with death. They have a school project to, like... I don't really know what the project is, but it's like to create images. And they create images of various ways of them dying. So, and then one is bitten by a werewolf and begins to change. She starts getting these teeth. She doesn't really know what's going on. It's kind of like an analogy for like puberty, kind of. So she gets a boyfriend, and spoilers, she bites him. He starts becoming a werewolf. Her sister begins to freak out, Emily Perkins, and begins to look into ways to reverse the change. So, but overall, yeah, I like the movie. It's a little low budget. It's maybe a little bit too long, but Yeah, thought it was okay. I didn't think it was anything amazing, but I'll go to spoilers now. So Emily Perkins, the sister, one of the sisters that isn't a werewolf, begins to look into ways to reverse the change. She thinks she finds a way. Um, and earlier before that, actually, the sister Katharine Isabelle actually ends up killing someone, and they hide the body. They have this kind of small, like, what do you call it, a toy house, or kind of like a kid's smaller house, but they kind of hang out in there, and they dig a hole in there and they bury a body because she ends up killing someone, and the sister's starting to freak out more and more. So she thinks she finds a way. She has to get this root, and then she like boils it in alcohol, and she puts it like in a syringe. She can't find the root, but her mom randomly has it. She said she bought it like at a craft store. So she does that. Her boyfriend, Isabella's boyfriend, is turning into a werewolf. He then attacks Emily Perkins in the school. She gets away. Later, she sees him. He attacks her, and then she stabs him with that thing, and it works. He then goes back to normal. So then she's trying to get this into her sister. Her sister's becoming more and more werewolf-like, like in this picture that's on there, the poster. And ultimately, she actually transforms fully into a werewolf. Um, the effects look, okay. Definitely a little bit janky. Especially when they show the full thing. They're kind of trying to not show it all. A little bit of this movie kind of reminded me a little bit of maybe like an X-Files episode. Kind of like the tone, kind of a little bit it reminded me. So I enjoyed that. They're not showing everything. A lot of use of darkness and light. Some old school tricks. So I enjoyed that, but yeah, when they actually show the effects, it looks, it doesn't look terrible. I don't think it looks amazing. So they definitely did what they could with their budget. And yeah, overall, I like the movie. There's two sequels. I don't know. Maybe I'll check them out. I heard the third one, the prequel, isn't very good. Even Dead Pit Radio didn't really like that one. So, with some trivia, the director refused to use CGI effects in the movie, opting for special creature effects to be done with prosthetics and makeup. Along with the coincidence of the stars auditioning on the same day, the two actresses were also born in the same hospital, attended the same preschool, elementary school, and private school, and worked through the same talent agency. They definitely do seem like sisters, but they look nothing alike. So, but they're both very good though, and they do seem like sisters. Despite being major success internationally in the UK and Australia, I think it's in Canada too. Ginger Snaps struggled to get noticed in the US until HBO began airing in the early 2000s, which was when the film started to pick up an interest in North America among horror fans. Katharine Isabella's monster makeup would take 3 hours to apply, an additional 45 minutes to remove after shooting. The producers searched for 6 months to find the right actress for the role of Ginger and Brigitte, having no luck. Ironically, after a long casting process, they both auditioned on the same day and landed the roles. Wow, the film was the fifth highest grossing Canadian film in 2001. Was banned from certain cinemas in the UK in 2001 and was seen as promoting violence among teenagers. However, when the VHS was released later that year, it was one of the fastest selling horror films of that time. It was shot in 6 weeks. Wow. It's pretty quick. Oh, both Katharine Isabelle and Emily Perkins have been in multiple episodes of the TV series Supernatural. Okay. Yeah, or it kind of reminded me of an episode of that, but I've only watched a little bit of that show, but that show I think is kind of influenced by X-Files a little bit. Um It was due to the film's international success that encouraged the filmmakers to do the sequels in 2004. The film is set in the fictional town of Bailey Downs, where 15 years later, the movie A Christmas Horror Story is also set there. So, oh, one of the cars that was used in the movie was one of the same cars used in Detroit Rock City, 1989. But yeah, I mean, I like the movie. I didn't think it was amazing, but it's pretty good, especially, I mean, limited budget, good horror movie. Um, but yeah, that's about it. Check it out. It's it's pretty good movie. I'll probably check out at least the second sequel. I don't know about the third prequel one, but like, comment, subscribe, and see you next time.